And welcome back to the Create Mod here on Music Free Gaming. You are awesome, and I'm glad you're here. And I'm back in my storage. Well, I've been referring to it as a storage room. It's not really much of a room. It's more like a collection of boxes set outside. So I think it's time to do something about that and actually add some walls and maybe a ceiling and, make this actually look like a room. So let's get into that. All right, so basically, I have a floor here. So what I want to do is let's come across roughly here. And what I need to do is I want to get the floor in place or the ceiling in place. It does both. I want to get this in place so I have a better idea of how I'm going to handle any sort of decorative nonsense over here. Because I really should have some form of decorative nonsense, right? It's Minecraft. Decorative nonsense is totally a thing. If we didn't have decorative nonsense, we'd have something that looked, well, kind of like this. Okay, then. I was going to say it's looking a little uniform, but given how haphazard the lights are kind of looking, maybe it's not that big a deal. Maybe I'll just use the tile and I'll start feeding in with the brick in other places. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'll have to do a little bit of design, but ultimately I think this is going to be okay. Coming in with just the deep slate tile and stuff. I'm not sure how I like this, right? So I've been putting in the deep slate tile kind of as placeholder and partly as actually that might be good. I'm just trying to throw in a little bit of texture with the brick, and I just don't know that that's quite how I want it to go, right? I don't know that I want... So the variation just seems a little wonky, right? Now, maybe I'm just doing it too much. Maybe I really should just have a brick once in a while. Like, if I do something along these lines, perhaps. That might work. I don't know. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to go around. I'll just put the tile in for now. I could... yeah, like here, this just looks like there's too much. Right? So I think I'll just come in, work this just a little bit, and cut down on the brick. Maybe I'll just use the tile for the moment, and I'll just fill in as it looks good. I have tried on multiple occasions to store things in the crafting table, and never once have I succeeded. Okay, I just don't have the right tools for that, and I know there are some mods, the Tinker Construct lets you do that, but I don't have that, and I don't want that, so I have to stop trying to store in the crafting table. That's just how this goes. All right, and yes, I did put a block in the wrong place. It happens. I'm just that skilled. See how skilled I am? Totally. I'm placing blocks in the wrong place all the time. That is the sign of a true professional right there. Many, many mistakes. And that's how you know that, yep, I am, well, an aspiring? No, that's how you know. Totally professional. Well, I just bought way too many pies. Anything more than 0 is way too many pies. Okay, because I don't need pie. I have way too much pie. And I have golden carrots. I have a steak farm. And like a good neighbor, steak farm is there. And I'm pretty happy with my steak farm. Oh, I have not cleaned out the washing machine. Don't you hate it when you forget that you have stuff in the wash and you just forgot to go clean it out, and then you need to go use it and there's just still stuff there? Not great. Not great. All right, well, that's fine. We'll just craft it by hand like a Neanderthal. Hi, I be caveman. I make nether brick by hand. Artisanal nether brick. Made from only the finest nether bricks. So I totally should actually figure out where the heck am I going to put everything in the storage room, right? Some of the stuff I've got, right? The tree factory stuff is going over there. Some of the stuff coming from my the cobblestone pipeline is coming this way and all that good stuff, right? But I don't know where I'm putting everything else. Like those nether bricks. I just crafted up a zillion nether bricks. I have no idea where I'm putting them. So, you know, at some point, I'll figure this stuff out. But today is not that day. One of the other things I have to build up is are kelp and bamboo factories and farms. And I just have not felt the need for that yet. No, I felt the need. I just haven't done it yet because of that aforementioned laziness issue we were talking about a minute ago. I have been afflicted with the lazy, and it's just not happening. I can be efficient sometimes. I know it doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does happen. And when it does, it's amazing how fast things go. It's not done yet. But the storage room is actually starting to look like a room. And it looks a lot better now. Said it's not perfect. It definitely needs some detail, and I don't like that glowstone up there at all. But this is looking so much better back here. This is great. All right, so I've got myself this nice little disposal unit here. So I should be able to put in something in this chest, like some of these sticks. They'll hang out there till I hit this switch, and then they'll get spit out, sucked into this hopper, and right below it, you can kind of see just below there, sort of, you can't see it. There's a lava cauldron to dump things into, so. And for now, anything I'm not sorting is going in here, so which is probably a bad thing, but for now we're gonna go with it. I think I've got a little bit of something going on here. Light levels are looking mostly okay, thanks to all of the glowstone. So I think I can take... Ooh, it's a little dark there in the middle, but take most of these torches out. I'm not 100% thrilled with this wall, and things are a little asymmetrical, but all in all, I think this is okay. I think I can live with this. I might do a little bit here on the sides of this door, but for now, I think I can, I think it's okay. I think I can live with it for now. I know, right? Blasphemy, how dare you make something asymmetrical? And look, even numbers of blocks between segments and stuff. What is wrong with me? I am breaking all the rules of Minecraft. It's almost as if I didn't care. Trying to get this back wall in place, and obviously I need to be able to walk here. I'm going to have access to the factory, so I'll probably need a door in around here somewhere, roughly speaking. I'm going to leave it, and then we'll see what happens as we go along. I definitely need to expand that floor up and above, and then kind of see how I want this all to work. Mending. Again, you couldn't have been, like, unbreaking. I already have mending. What is wrong? Silly villagers not understanding the needs of the customers. They're just... remind me to, like, feed him to a zombie or something at some point. Ah, cookies! Those are worse than pies! Find a parrot to feed those to. Okay, don't feed cookies to parrots. It's bad for the parrots. This has been a mandatory animal whatever message from Music Free Gaming. Don't feed chocolate to parrots. It will kill them, and I suppose I should emphasize that or something. Hey, congratulations. You're going to sell a shovel today. Your family gets to eat. Aren't you excited? Okay. I mean, he's locked in a 1 block wide box and probably dreams of actually being able to get out and go to the bathroom or something. Here's the deal. I'm going to have a big window overlooking the factory. But I think what I want to do is I want to set up a wall somewhere in this area so I can actually wall in the factory. Right? So this is all be inside and safe from all of the creepers and zombies and phantoms and other nonsense. But I need to figure out where that wall is going to be. And I think this might be a little bit too close. I think I want to move it out maybe to actually where that row of chests is. And if I do that, then what I'll need is probably, well, let's drop down here. Right? So the chests are right here. So something kind of along that line right about there. Cool. So that means I sort of have an idea of where I want my window to be. So the trick is going to be coming in on the inside now and figuring out where all of that matches. And since I just died and lost all of my scaffolding, I should probably go make more to make it easy to get up and down things. I am fairly certain in some jurisdictions this qualifies as a plan. Okay? I'm not 100% sure it actually qualifies in this one. But I think it's fairly close to being an actual plan. Maybe. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to basically model off this farm, which I still need to get in and put the rest of the glass in. Well, all right, that's a problem for future me. Anyway, I'm going to take that and I'll use it for the same idea as here. So basically, what I'll do is I'll come up this way and let's grab some of this polished, and I'm going to just run some polished stone deep slate stuffers out this way, and I think this will be a good start for whatever I decide to do for the ceiling and all that good stuff. One of the things, it's sort of my tenet of building. It's a problem and also just a good approach, is I like to start boring, okay? I like the build to start a little bit plain, and then I'll come in after and add detail and shapes and stuff. Now, part of my problem is I don't always get out of the boring stage, right? Now, this has been a problem I've had since childhood. I don't always stop being boring. But what I am trying to do is add a little bit of detail as I go. But by starting boring, I've got a blank canvas to work on, right? So by starting with this plain blank, jungle wood planks. Now I'm starting to add in some deep slate. Now you can see some of the detail coming in, right? And all that good stuff. So that's the catch. So probably what I'll need to do then, once I get the deep slate all the way across, is start looking at adding a little bit of shape to the outsides of these windows, or maybe to the insides of these windows, and just adding a little depth and making it a bit more interesting. This is something I'm still working on. I'm not great at this aspect of it. You know, you might ask, hey, Pearl Stalker, what is your biggest weakness in Minecraft? And honestly, the designing is, sometimes I manage to hit something and it just works and it's amazing. But I've got to start boring and start adding details, and I need to work more on adding details. So don't worry if you're at that point too, where it's like, I just can't make it look as awesome as B-dubs or Pearlescent Moon. It's okay. It's okay. Just practice, have fun, play with it, and enjoy what you're building. The problem with glass is that you can see through it. I know this is somewhat shocking to some people, but that is in fact a problem I'm having with glass right now, is that, you know, I can see through it, and then it lets me see things that I don't want to see, like you know, glowstone. I think this is looking pretty okay. Got a little bit of green here. I think I might expand this out just a little bit. Bring it out a little bit more. Just to, because I like the green. It was seeming a little bit plain there, or maybe a little out of place might have been the better description. Now, when I get frog lights, I might do some fun frog light goodness here, just to maybe replace the concrete, maybe to fill in, maybe do something else. But I really like this, and I think this is going to be a good pattern repeating all the way down this wall, basically. So it gives me this nice view out onto the factory floor, so I can see all of the tree chopping goodness in all of its create mod glory. I'm getting the rest of the iron bars and stuff in. I'm thinking this is going to look pretty nice. It's a little bit flat, but as I've been thinking about it, on the inside of the building, I'm actually pretty okay with that, because I don't know what I'm going to do here, and I don't want the decor to eat too much of my space, right? So I'm thinking, you know, I'll get this in, it'll be a little flat, and I can build out, stuff can come out, you know, to here or whatever. Because basically I've got the width of this plus the space here to cover that bit of the sorting system. So it's not going to be super wide. And I said I don't know what I'm going to put here. I could put some machinery just running up and down this length. I don't know. I've got lots of options because Create gives you all sorts of options. So, you know, we'll see. You know, it's not something I have to decide now. As much as I want to decide now, it's like, oh yes, build this now. I don't have to. I can take some time. I can think about it. I can actually plan. And yes, I do plan sometimes. And, you know, hopefully find some good use for this space. All right, and that's about the time I've got for things today. I think this window is going to look nice once I start getting things finished, and I don't know what that ceiling's going to do, but hey, I'm making progress anyway, and we're not even going to look at the outside. It's scary out there. We'll come back to that. But we'll call it here. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Like the video, subscribe, you know the drill, and until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.